Greetings, everyone from this other side of the world. Unfortunately, it's a little bit late, so I'm very caffeinated and trying to stay awake. I'm pleased to introduce to you all ipHaus, one of three partners, and I'll be giving you a virtual tour of what we're doing. ipHaus is a design and build technology platform focusing on prefab building products. Our interest is in evolving the design and build process, creating better value across the entire design build value chain. Currently, modular construction constitutes a significant savings in real estate development. As I'm sure as most of you are probably already aware, this equates to savings in project timelines, material costs, and importantly, carbon emissions. We want to take this a step further and ask the simple question, why not bring the factory to site? Currently, with current building construction practices, it involves a lot of different tradescrafts people as well as contractors, etc. A lot of different scheduling complexities as well as logistics, so that shipping materials from state to state or from other countries to where the site is. And oftentimes the factory is actually not in close proximity to where the site is. We've been focusing on moving the factory closer to the site, and our solution is the ipHaus mobile manufacturing platform, with the idea of disrupting entire construction value chains while providing affordable designed homes to markets globally. The ipHaus technology features plug-in and operate technology with equipment and infrastructure reinstalled in containers, ships to site, is scalable to meet production demands, and includes two logistics pop-up tents, which actually ship in the container, with everything being installed within a 2-week time period. The factory itself is divided into 3 parts. First is raw materials and logistics tent, where materials are unloaded and prepped for assemblage. These are then moved into the assemblage hub, which features automated robotics, as well as automated lightweight steel manufacturing machines for structure and facade. All the panels are assembled here. And then removed into the shipping logistics tent. In the shipping logistics tent, this is where additional installation is done into the component panel parts, including integration of cabinetry and locally sourced materials. From here, those are shipped to site for installation. The core technology for the building products we're developing are flat pack modular panels. Lightweight, easy to install by hand, and integrating in local resources and materials, as mentioned before. One of our core features or focuses as well is integration of local labor and resources. I think given, especially the pandemic that's going on right now, there's a lot of focus on localizing manufacturing more globally. And another core component to what we're looking at is actually the entire building life cycle. What we're equally interested in is what happens to the building once it outlives its use. Current construction technology isn't really taking into consideration how a building is taken apart, how our parts are more efficiently recycled. We really want to tackle this problem as well. This is a very big issue for the construction industry at large, or for buildings at large. Our factory is capable of outputting multiple housing typologies. Our ethos right now is to start small and scale up. Currently, the technology we're utilizing can reach 7 to 8 floors in height. And these are some of the products that we've been looking at developing, fairly small 40 meter square units, including ADUs or accessory dwelling units. As well as new products like Live Work. This is a design we were working with someone in Long Island on, and other products like hospitality projects. This is an Eco Retreat development we're currently working on outside of Beijing in Pinggu. It's the countryside outside of Beijing, about 60 kilometers. The main point is for the hub that, given the technology, we're able to produce a wide variety of different types of products using the core technology that we've developed. For our market and what we're our 5-year plan, so to speak, is to focus on global markets we have extensive experience in. That includes the U.S., Puerto Rico, China, and Mongolia. This is with the goal of setting up 12 mobile manufacturing hubs over 5 years, with a production capability of up to 17,000 single-family homes over that time period. As you can see here, there's an idea of how this would scale over 5 years within different countries. For the cost for the manufacturing hub that I just went through, it's about $825,500 US on average per hub. This hub is capable of producing 5 units per day. That's for 40 square meter units and is operational 365 days a year. For installation costs, this breaks even at 10 units. And for the cost of an average unit right now, we're about $87 per square foot, $46,000 for a 40 meter squared single family home. This is competitive with in-situ construction, about 40% cheaper on average than our prefab housing competitors that we're comparable with, as well as offering a 31% contribution margin. With a projected EBITDA of 150 million US after 5 years, based on 5-year target market projections. Our go-to-market strategy is B2B, working with development groups like Vanka, Pierre Valkenses in China, Country Garden, National American Indian Housing Council in the US, as well as Habitat for Humanity. And our market rationale is really optimizing the construction value chain, residual land value, design, build, logistics, and general capturing value across the entire development process. We really wanted to highlight that in addition to the technology that we're focused on, the other part is the whole development process and design build process. That's a key towards efficiency, that we're having a more efficient process, is what we're focused on. And about the team, we grew out of collaborations on previous projects over the last 10 years. There's 3 team members involved. We're all incredibly interested in the intersection of new technologies that are more efficient and scalable, resilient ideas for urban developments and what a city can be, as well as novel solutions for construction and building in general. And this is me talking here, not a great photo. I'm in charge of basically design and construction implementation. I've worked internationally for the last 15 years. Fernando is director at Runaway and Spin-outs at the Jacobs Technion Cornell Institute. He's also a nanoscientist that's been developing a battery technology over the last 20 years. And Alex is an economic anthropologist who studied at Cambridge University. He's our emerging market real estate finance specialist, or guru, to a large extent. Really, really great at finance and metrics as well as urban research. And some of the collaborators we have, working with an international design consultancy company based in Beijing, Shanghai, and Hong Kong, and Puro Hopwood Engineering, which is an international engineering firm. It's one of the leading engineering firms for what they do, very focused on sustainable design and building practices and engineering practices. And Investec, a more efficient battery technology company based in New York City. Currently, what we're looking for investment is $1.8 million US in 3 tranches over 1.5 years, offering 20% equity with an internal rate of return of 67% over 3 years, 137% over 5 years, return on investment of 4.2% over 3 years, and 21.8% over 5 years. All these things are, including other parts of the presentation, are things that we're happy to discuss after the presentation in a virtual meeting room. Alex and Fernando are also online and will be available to field questions. And right now, to give an overview of where we're at, we're in our early seed stage funding. We've done a fair amount of design development over the last year and a half. We're moving into the prototyping stage with the goal of having something that can go to the market within the next year to year and a half. With the first showcase unit slated to be in Brooklyn Navy Yards, we've been in dialogue with them for the last 6 months. They're keen to have us as a part of their community. And following establishing the first prototype, manufacturing hub prototype, it's following up with the B2B engagements that I mentioned earlier in China and the US markets, as well as NIHC, B2G engagement, and continued development of the ipHaus platform. That's it for our pitch. Thanks so much for listening to what we're doing, and hopefully there's some people interested, and we're more than happy to discuss further with anyone that wants more information from us. Thanks to you all, to Shadow Ventures, for inviting us to participate in this really exciting event as well.